No, they think that I just come in there and look for knockoffs, and that's not the case. I'm actually a sharp, smart fighter.
So, what happened? I'm here. Who wanted to fight with me?
I really don't care who's in front of me. I don't feel like no fighter beat me.
Demolish everybody, to be honest. Everybody that's in my way. The pinnacle to any weight division is to have all the belts, all of the titles.
Welcome to Bodywork. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. It feels so good to be back. It's fight week. How y'all doing out there, man? Can't believe that it's fight week, man, and the anticipation is building. Hopefully, Saturday won't be anticlimactic. Everybody will get what it is that they really want out of this situation. I wanted to have a little fun tonight with this one. Definitely not going to be as structured. Just kind of let our head down a little bit. Have some fun, man. Boxing talk can get a little serious and uptight. And, I just want to have some fun with this conversation today. I do still have some housekeeping.
But before you get into that, I just wanted to say, bro, it's just way too many good fights on this card this Saturday for somebody to I mean, unless they all flop or I don't know, bro. But just the makeup and what everything looks like, there's a little bit of something for everybody on this card that's coming this weekend. So I'm just gonna put my fan hat on. I'm gonna get my big spongy fingers and shit out like that and all of that kind of stuff. May see if I can find a collegiate jacket that got somebody's name on it or some shit. I just want to be prepared and dressed. I'm not doing shit. I'm just gonna have weed rolled up, maybe a couple of shots, and just sit there and watch some good fights.
I feel you. Salute, AC. Salute Smoke.
Salute to Pop.
That is life.
Man, Brian Norman is a star.
Yeah, I would say so. Salute, Cookie Monster. Mic check. Sounding excellent as always. I appreciate that.
That dude's a star, man. I'm looking at all the interviews. I keep saying it. I don't care about who look like what. You think it's footwork, this, that, and the third. Brian Norman know who he is, and he's on the ascent. Devin, I said it before I seen it. I said, Devin don't know who he is. He don't know who he is, man. He's a mixture of everything because all Bill ever did was just steal from trainers. Now you got a mutt. You don't got no pure blood.
A Frankenstein, man. That's why I called him Frankenstein.
You know what I'm saying? You got a mutt. Yeah, he can fight, but you about to sit him up against this little red nose pit, or you Tiger Strike, whatever you want, whatever one. You about to run him up on there, that pit, run up the tree, hold on to the shit and just hang up there until you say let go. Brian Norman ain't gonna let go, bro, until there's no more. He shake till ain't no more. He one of them. I don't think y'all really knew y'all chose that when y'all said, okay.
No, they ain't know. They ain't know because the writing is on the wall. No matter how many people want to say it, this is the fight this man didn't want. Because out of your own mouth and out of everybody else's mouth, you were chasing Barrios. And when that fight looked like it started to fall apart, then this imaginary list was supposed to, or alleged list was supposed to be put out there. And, you know, it is what it is. But let's get the house cleaning so we could really cook this shit up, bro. Because I'm getting ready to go to the spice rack. And as you cook on the housekeeping, I'm going to be pulling some spices and shit like that.
All right. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I could get this link over to somebody, man. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna try to give it out to somebody else. Let me see. See if my guy get up here, man. I definitely want to hear from him again one time before the fight. Melazar Conseil Bar. Hey, the link is there, man. If you want to jump on Melazar, man. We had CJ on, you know. He said he was going through some things, so we kind of let him have, you know. Kind of let him have his little say. But salute Melazar. But yeah, let's get into the housekeeping. Is he ready to cook? So you going to the spice rack. Okay, let's see. Housekeeping. Number one, Foster versus Fulton is on fire. You know, I've been wanting to jump in and talk about that fight more and more because what I'm really seeing with that is that sometimes when the fight get pushed back and you got to keep going through the interviews and ask the same question, some of that you get a little tired with the media asking you the same thing. But every time that happens and you got somebody that's talking spicy on the other side, it kind of get up under your skin like, man, like, come on, like, you really ain't like that. And you get more time to sit there and think, more time for your feelings to fester. And I saw that interview with Cool Boy and Brian Custer, who I think Brian Custer is one of the best in the game. I think he do kind of operate in black excellence, and he do ask the tough questions. And I'm listening to Cool Boy, and I kind of like the approach he got right now. I like the fact that it's almost like he got a little something that he want to get off his chest. He kind of got a little, like a nice look, some seem like he kind of want to, you know, put his hands on some things. You know what I'm saying? Now, I drew my line in the sand and I kind of picked which side I'm on. I think this is like a 55-45 fight. I think this is it's really 50-50 if you ask. I mean, but I like Foster's mindset. I like the fact that he ain't scared to go behind enemy lines. He definitely one of them people that'll go somewhere by himself and hold his own and just still beat him. I've never seen no Shaqy Foster try to be or act like something that he's not. He's just one of them. He remind me of a lot like myself. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a principle driven guy. You know, he's not scared to speak his mind. He stand on what he stand on. Kind of person that where like he don't look like he don't really start nothing, but he'll definitely finish some shit. You know what I'm saying? And so listening to this interview, I'm hearing the frustration in Fulton, and a lot of it's because the fight then got pushed back so many times. And some of it's like he's saying, man, this guy just keep talking and this and this and that. Even though Foster he's not like a braggadocious. I mean, yeah, Foster, he's not like a braggadocio type person. So for real, I'm excited about that fight. I think that it can't get pushed back anymore, man. It can't, because people will get fatigued at training, and we probably won't get it if it get pushed back. That's why I got my fingers crossed that it's actually gonna come to fruition. It's on the next pack card that we get after the Night of Champions. And I think that it's something we definitely gonna have a couple more episodes on that before that fight comes to pass. But check out that interview so we can see, so you can get a glimpse of what's been on Cool Boy's mind and his mindset going into this fight. Now this second one is something I seen earlier. And I just sat there for a second. I was thinking to myself, I said, that's interesting. I wonder how the world would look at this, especially the boxing world. But I see that the Boxing Voice is actually doing a whole segment on this. But I thought it was interesting. I didn't put much into it. But Bud was down to fight Jake Paul. I find that pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, "Is that real?"
Yeah, saying that he said, yeah, he would have. And I'm like, I would have loved to been a little fly on the wall over there at the Boxing Voice and seeing how people was calling in because just curious to see what the perspective on it would actually be. You know what I mean? But again, I'm like, at this point, I'm not sure what that conversation would do for anybody, other than to let everybody know that, listen, man, when you got a certain spot in boxing, man, don't let nobody trick you out of your square, man. Because a lot of people, it's different stroke for different folks. I'm gonna leave it like that. But a lot of people was itching for that spot. A lot of people would have loved to been in that spot, to be able to get all that bread that was going to happen as far as being an opponent of Jake Paul. But this whole ordeal really showed me, and I'm glad I always stood on my own too. I mean, I think that he's going to be a hell of a promoter, but I just don't like Jake Paul, and I'm glad I stuck to my guns because I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? This confirms why most of the time I'll be wrong. I mean, I say I'm probably wrong about 5% of the time. About 5% of the time when it comes down to like being a judgment of character and people, but I don't like him, man. And this whole ordeal just showed me why. Like it just because now even let's say people start looking at Bud different. Like, Bud, you really gonna jump him there? I mean, it might be a difference because people might have felt like Bud done everything he needed to do, and now he'll be like the part in Mayweather in Floyd's career on that very very tail end where he would take a fight like that and get the bag. Maybe people would look at him like that. Maybe it was just because Tank. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a lot of meat left on that bone when it comes to Tank and fighting because he's not that old. You know what I'm saying? He's not at that age. He's not up around 38 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. All in all, I don't like Jake Paul, man. I think he's going to be good. I think he is great for women's boxing. He is a hell of a promoter. He does bring eyes to the sport. After that, I mean, as far as the character and some of the BS that he puts into the game, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But the last one is Teofimo gaslighting when he says nothing is signed for the Shakur Stevenson fight? And to my understanding, it was a done deal. I mean, it's not getting the publicity I thought it would get. Couple major channels have already talked about it. Shakur's pretty quiet. We don't know. T.O., he's always playing. You know what I'm saying? He's almost like the boy who cried wolf at this point, to where you don't know when he's telling the truth or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like when somebody keep prank calling 911, eventually they be like, we not going out to that. Or they keep calling to the fire department. We're not going out there. And it's really a fire. I think that's where T.O.'s at right now. So we don't really know. We do know that he's been a little positive. I thought it was because maybe the money was right, and so he seemed a little chipper. He seemed a little happy. He looked like he was getting compensated the way he needed to. I think he kind of got a raw deal after the Turkey disrespect and that whole ordeal when Turkey basically said, "Hey, I'm not going." Basically, he was like he wasn't going to really work with him. I guess when T.O. called him a dictator or whatever. I'm just going to check something out real quick. Let me see. I'm going to look up something. I just want to verify one thing. Let me see. Yeah. It's not on BoxRec. You know what I'm saying? It's not on BoxRec. I thought there were sources out here that reportedly said that it was, it was a done deal. It's not on BoxRec. It's not. I mean, at least when you go to Teofimo Lopez, it's not. Normally, how they'll have the next opponent there. It's not on Teofimo Lopez. Let me see if it's on Shakur. It's not on Shakur either. You know, it was reports out here. There were reports out here that it was a done deal. Everything was delivered. I thought that maybe just like right before the Super Bowl, you know, when you know there's big fights coming out, like, and everybody knows it, but they don't announce it because they don't want the news to get swept up with the media scrum and all of that stuff that goes on right before the Super Bowl. I thought it was one of them situations where we got this Night of Champions card coming up. They don't want the announcement or any advertisement to get swept up and overcome and put, you know what I'm saying, in the backseat to the Night of Champions card and that next PBC card that's coming up, because that card is lit too, that Lamont Roach and Pitbull fight.
Yeah,
you know. So I don't know. You know, T.O., he might be playing a little game, and it's kind of like I like the spirit that he has. I like the fact that he's in good spirits, but I don't like when he has too much idle time on his hands. I don't like to see fighters do the social media thing too much. You know what I'm saying? If you got a fight coming up, you can promote your fight. Okay, cool. Like when you just sitting around all the time and you just tweeting and you just doing interviews and you saying this and you saying that, and you like, it just gets annoying. It's like, man, when you got a training camp, you know what I'm saying? Go spend time with your family. Because if you go in there in the ring and get hit upside your head and we never see you again, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the shoulda, coulda, woulda. So Dev, shout out Bodywork, best in the business. Salute, Dev. What's going on, man? I got the link out there if you want to hop up here, man. We're going to have some fun again tonight, man. Just talk some boxing.
Just a quick question, just so I'm clear on it. That fight is not across the line yet.
I don't know. There's a lot of people were saying, some people, it was confirmed. I thought it was confirmed.
I thought they had a date. I actually thought I saw a date for that fight. So
I thought it was the 31st.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I thought it was January 31st. That's what I saw in the article. That's why I saw. That's why I'm like, I don't think they can get sued if they put that out there like that, and that's not true. So I would have never reported on it. Like, that's me. I'm one of the last people to report on stuff, but that's because I like to have more than just be an echo chamber for, you know, news that came out or trying to be first. I don't want to be first. By the time I come out with it, I want to have something to go along with it. So most of the time when I actually come out and speak on stuff, I have a little something extra to go along with it and something we can really cook on. But I don't know, man. What have you heard about that fight, Smoke?
I mean, I
wouldn't believe it till I see it anyway.
Yeah, I'm right there, because when I saw that little clip, and it was just a clip from an interview he was doing on somebody else's joint, and he was breaking down certain things, and when he said, you know, yeah, I ain't seen a contract yet, I was like, oh, well, I had to go back and say, let me find that interview and look at that date. And that interview is recent. Like, bruh, like, wow. I don't know about that one there, bro, because, you know.
Why would you, I mean, between these two guys, right? I'm just using my old age on this and my wisdom and the gray hair that I got. Hey, man, between these two niggas, until I see it, I don't believe it. I want to see y'all, at least, I need a press conference. I need a face-off. You know what I'm saying? And then I still ain't gonna believe it until the weigh-in.
So they pulling a Boots and Ortiz on us. Got in the ring.
This even worse. This even worse. Let me truly honest with you, because you're looking at the timing of how shit looking and what he's saying.
I mean, I've already had my first 2-hour debate with a dude when we was talking about the fight, and I was like, bro, all I'm trying to tell you is this. I hear how you feel because you're a heavy Shakur fan and you're thirsty for this fight. You feel what I'm saying? Because this fight will remove a lot of talking points off your boy's back. You feel what I'm saying? He'll get the Devin Haney treatment for taking the Brian Norman joint. But what I'm saying to you is, don't nobody got any proof that this fight is actually gonna happen. Right now, it's just always rumored. And then when I saw on the Ring magazine, they kind of still saying that fight is rumored and it ain't really across the line yet. And this was on one of their most recent episodes.
Oh, all right. So all right, smoke this over.
What happened?
All this talking, right? Like people act like Shakur ain't been talking like he ain't want to fight T.O. for this been going on damn near 2 years, closer to 2 years. Man, when he was talking about it was a while ago, when they were talking about that fight. You know what I'm saying? So okay, cool. Keyshawn been yelling it. All of this, right? Cool. All of a sudden, when they was talking about, they gonna fight and everything, and then we see DB3 on the boat at J. Prince Island. If y'all don't know, that's J. Prince Island. You know one of them islands that, like Jay-Z and them. That J. Prince got one of them too. They them built island. Yeah, they on J. Prince Island out there on the boat. Now it's talks that that's Keys fighting now. Was this all a play? Like, I mean, this is a power play for Jay Prince. To be truly honest with you.
Well, I've seen stuff where they trying to dredge up this Nair Albright and Keyshawn. I don't want to see that shit, but
of course not. Let's get Keyshawn against T.O. for the belt on one of them apps or Riyadh season card, or I'm gonna sell them to the highest bidder. Because right now, what you think Top Rank doing? Where Tiger get that spectacular knockout at? Robots.
Yeah, Top Rank do got a Top Rank. Ben said that they are they were in talks with ProBox as far as networking some of their medium to lower tier fighters, and they're looking for networks to shop their big fighters too.
If you don't got a budget for Bob, you ain't got at least $100 million, he about to lease his fighters out. And you want his fighters. The Vargas boys, the Davis boys, T.O., you're gonna want them.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I wanted to give full steam ahead. I was giving them guys full credit. I just hope they ain't, I hope they ain't messing with us, man. Salute, Boom. What's going on? All right. Well,
but at the end of the day, man, it's like I don't really know how to say it, because we're getting conflicting information out. Yeah, back in the past we was hearing, during the Errol Spence and Bud Crawford thing, that they were supposed to fight in November, they were supposed to fight in October. But at the end of the day, man, until we hear something official, I'm not rocking with the T.O. and Shakur thing.
Shut the door if you're gonna be loud, please.
And I was just doing my little bit of trolling earlier, so that was a little bit fun.
what's up, Boom?
What's up, everybody? Hey, my bad for interrupting you like that, AC. It wasn't intentional.
It's all right.
How everybody doing, man? It's official, man. I do have a date. I can't disclose too much. It's in my contract, but I do have a date. We are waiting on somebody to sign their side, man. But I can say that it is in January on the 31st, so I'm excited. Body, I really need to talk to you. Really need to talk to you, Body. Other than that, what's up, Smoke? What's up, AC?
What's the
Bodywork boxing was good.
what's the weight class?
That's good news.
54.
That's what's up, man. Well, you can holler at me offline. You got the number, man. But that's good news, man. Hey, signing contracts. We got to salute, man. We got somebody that signed the contract. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man.
I'm excited, man. Once this other party signs his contract, and we all gonna be lit. So let's do it, man. We lit. We're excited. We're excited. Me, I can disclose this too. Me and the guy that I'm fighting, we've signed our stuff. We're ready. Now we just waiting on one guy that's in the main event to do his job, and that's it. So that's what me and 7 other guys are waiting on, you know. So we excited, we ready, man. We excited, we ready. After January, I do have other stuff lined up. Like I do have a couple things coming up with Denver as well. So be on the lookout, Colorado. If there's anybody in here from Colorado or tapped in from Colorado, I will be out there. And I will be knocking heads off, putting belts to ass as per usual. So yeah, man. But yeah, man, we back active. Like I said, shout out to therapy and everybody, the physical therapy, everybody. I appreciate everybody along the journey that's really supported me and been here and just, been there every step of the way, man. Y'all really some real ones. So yeah, we here though. What's up? Hey, shout out Abdullah Mason. Y'all, I'm scratching my head. I'm getting nervous about this Haney and Norman, man. I don't know where to go.
I knew it, y'all. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna wait till I went out, but I knew it. Brian Norman growing on Boom Boom. He growing on him a little bit.
Yeah, because right now, officially yesterday on the Ring Magazine jump off, they said, yeah, when they was talking, they was like, yeah. One dude looked at his phone and he said, yeah, it's official. Devin Haney is the underdog.
Hold on, y'all. But yes, I'm scratching my head, man.
I knew it.
I'm starting to just notice like little stuff. Like I'm starting to be like, here we go again.
I'll mute myself real quick because I'm gonna say too much. Boom was like, Dev gonna give a master class, but I'm telling you, Boom from the South too, and he hold on, this nigga talking like how I would be talking.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead. I gotta mute myself.
All right, so listen, Body Smoke just hit a major point. I am from the South. Shout out Memphis, man. The South Side for sure, man. They know what's up with me, man. But no, this is starting to make me scratch my head very much so. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this. That Norman kid, he knows the right word of choice. He really, really fucking does. Like, excuse my language, but golly, he just knows the words, man. Like, I don't know. I just can't wait to the fight, though. Like, now he just got me eager. Jose, you funny, man. You funny.
Yeah, hey, but let me introduce it so we can go ahead and get all the way in there, man. Let me
go
put
ahead,
it.
Go ahead. My bad.
Put it in the pocket for everybody, man. I always say, man, what's a villain without any weapons? A motherfucking victim. That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? The scene where Batman is actually jacking up the Joker. Now the Joker got weapons. At that point in time when Batman jacked him up, he happened to be behind bars, but he still had something up his sleeve. And the way Devin is talking, it's like, okay, we know what you got. You gotta have something up your sleeve, man. Like, because the way you talking, he came out, he basically said that Brian Norman was chinny. He's still talking that level stuff. And I heard Bill actually come out talking about how Devin said, like he was basically saying that Brian Norman and him is in trouble. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you going to show us? And why y'all talking like that? Meanwhile, Brian Norman Jr., he's pretty much been cool, calm, and collective. Everybody's actually singing his glowing praises. They're saying that he's a throwback fighter. He's old school, got the mindset. He done in one swift press conference in this whole build-up, and we ain't even done. Tomorrow's Thursday. You got Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So you still got 2 good, solid days of nothing but talking and little, things that's going to be added on to this. And he's already won everybody over just from being himself, and which things is what we said. Like, I'm like, man, like if you go back, I swear, man, if you go back to this video, and you go back to this video, you could even go back to this video or this video, and I swear you'll hear a lot of the things that people are coming to pass to learn today. as far as like the fact that the dude is a breath of fresh air. He just he doesn't go out of his way to be something that he's not. He's relatable. He's personable. Senior, even though he's braggadocious, he's not like his dad. He is like his dad, but he's not like his dad in that he don't have to be so braggadocious. He doesn't have this larger than life. He's a very practical guy. You know what I'm saying? Very down to earth guy. No flamboyancy at all. Just a straight up cool dude, like somebody that you can really relate to. This is the vein where it's like you're gonna resonate with a lot of people. Why? Because he's authentic. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta add nothing to it. It's just add water. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He's pure in his personality. He's comfortable inside of his own skin. Anytime you got Mike Coppinger, Sergio Martinez, them guys singing your praises and all on your jock strap, you know, because they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They'll be the adversary. They've been adversaries of certain people for a long time, but he's already won them over. With his father being brash or whatever, even though his father ain't too out there for me in my liking. I said, listen, he was a fighter. He raised his son. He's proud of his son. Bill get a pass for doing it. I say, why not? Why wouldn't Senior get the pass when he actually was a fighter? And he just put belt to ass when it came to Greg Hackett not too long ago. So it's like he done dusted his boots off, then went back, put some belt to ass. He done raised his son up. He's in his son's corner. He done the same thing, except for he is a veteran fighter. So, you know, they actually setting Riyadh on fire. A lot of people are talking about the card like they are the main event.
Yeah.
You know, and like David Benavidez and Anthony Yard is like
It's the afterthought.
Is the afterthought. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody keep talking about that fight. So I asked who can save the day, who can spoil the plans, because Devin is playing this villain role, and I always ask, what's a villain without no weapons? A motherfucking victim. So is he gonna be a victim? Will he save the day? Will he spoil the plans? That's the topic of conversation today.
Now, I
that boy up, man. I don't mean like, but man, fuck that boy.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Word. It's too late now.
Pop and Boom probably heard me say this long time ago on B-Max joint. I was saying I want to see Devin at 150, at 147. I said Devin Haney at 147 is a problem because he can box, and hopefully, you know, without the dehydration, his power would carry through and carry up with him. You feel what I'm saying? But I said for me, it's only gonna work for him if he went to 47 and built everything from the mud, getting the big names, you know, not being worried about the belt, but looking for the toughest competition and to test himself with every specific type of style. So by the time you do get that belt opportunity, it's a big fight, and then everything you do, you'll actually own 47 until you get a little bit older and may end your career at 54. But he didn't do none of that. And I just want to be clear on that. I was a big advocate for Devin Haney to go to 154 because I said at that time, if he would have went to 154 without the blemishes that he created, you know, during the Ryan fight and after the Ryan fight, if he would have just went up there way before all of that and not fucked around, bro, the dude would be a superstar right now at 47. Brian Norman, I don't even know. It would probably be the opposite, where Brian Norman is getting his first shot at a belt. Maybe, I don't know. But you feel what I'm saying? But being that he didn't do that, this is one of the biggest issues that I have. Like, you spent no time doing it the right way, bro. And for me, I hear the fact that you saying we're gonna see a brand new Devin Haney. You're more comfortable. You don't have to worry about the weight cut like that anymore. People are gonna see the true Devin Haney.
So what?
Isn't on your level. So when he knock you the fuck out, is that gonna be the true Devin Haney that we gonna see?
Listen, we can see the real Devin Haney. We can see the dream Devin Haney. We can see all of that.
Yeah, but
Brian Norman's a star in the making, and you can see it. You can see it. I mean, if you can't see it, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you got your eyes closed. Like how you got your eyes wide the fuck shut.
Yeah. So,
like, bro, this dude is a star in the making. We know what's up, and he know what's good.
they actually have the weigh-ins listed as view in on the Ring magazine, the thumbnails for it. Both thumbnails I saw had different pictures. Both of them talking about Brian Norman versus Devin Haney weigh-ins. So I don't know if they decided to say, you know what, maybe fight night we gonna switch it back to having them as the main card, because it seems to be the fireworks fight is gonna happen between Bam, Abdullah Mason, and Anthony Yard and what's the name? Those are the fights they're automatically touting as the big firework fights. The most relevant fight right now seems to be this Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. So I don't know which one they weighing out.
Well, I mean, here's why we're not talking about Yardy versus Benavidez, right? Even though if you're a true boxing fan, you know this is a great test for Benavidez, right? When you look at the numbers on it, when it comes to like gambling, this is like an afterthought for Benavidez until he gets to either Bivol or Beterbiev. So it's like no fair for him.
And that might be his biggest mistake, to look at Yard like that.
No, it's not him. It's what everybody else is doing. Like, if you put a bet on it, bro, if you bet on Yardy to win, you're going to make some bread. That's why homie said he got Yard to win. Because it's it's like you put $20 now, you probably make $400-500.
Well,
that's how much they feeling David Benavidez. So it's like David already in, like, you know.
Let's break it down. Let's talk about Benavidez and Yard. I think Yard, every time I'm hearing him, man, he's cool as a cucumber, man. It's like it's normally you would see the jitters and hear the jitters. It's almost like he don't have no pressure. He's going into this fight without no pressure. I mean, or maybe he's just a cool customer and he could just be under the lights like that and take these questions. But it's like he's giving himself the freedom to just go into this fight without no pressure, which is kind of dangerous. And he's like, he keeps saying, if I catch him right, then if I catch him clean, if I catch him properly, you know what I'm saying? And like, he kind of believes that. He's like, I can see him believing his own stuff. He's respecting Benavidez, but he seems like extremely composed to me, man. Like, which is like kind of making me nervous for my man Benavidez. I don't bet against him because I bet against him too much, and I said it's a good problem to have where you bet against him because he's giving you those kind of fights. Benavidez is giving you the fights where it's like, this guy could win, because why? That guy could win, but he keeps doing his thing. He show up and he do his thing.
Yeah,
I know you big on him, Smoke. So I know that's your guy. I know you don't got Yard being able to do nothing with him, right?
Man, listen, I got it. Y'all gonna come out. They're gonna, it's gonna be early. Gonna try to, but it's the same old Yard, man. That the Yard that we thought when we first saw him, and we were like, yo, look at this nigga. He gonna kill everybody. And then you find out, man, this nigga gasses out. No different than Caleb Plant. You think you're gonna be able to gas out against David Benavidez when he got a mobile gas tank with him and he throwing punches and punches and punches and punches? Like, he don't have one punch knockouts like that. It's a stoppage of the guy just couldn't, he couldn't defend himself anymore.
But he said he gotta do what he gotta do before the 6th.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So, and here's another thing too. I know David Benavidez got a totally another bag that people don't think he got. He gonna use that, and then when he see you hurt, that on top of what he used to do. Listen, man, David Benavidez is different, bro. The fat kid, the little fat kid that everybody used to laugh at but couldn't beat. Now you gotta see him. That's how I see it.
Now, I feel you on that, because I'm also a big David Benavidez fan. But for me, sometimes when I really, really like a fighter, I start to look at certain things that I say, what could beat you? You feel what I'm saying? And again, for me, David Benavidez throws those punches, and he's gonna throw those punches in bunches. And the thing is, when he throws those punches in bunches, he is open. And when you look at it, you know, I believe Yard gassed out late in the Kovalev fight. He put up a great fight, and I think he went.
Listen, man.
You cut out.
Man, Yard ain't got no fucking chance, man. Like,
Yeah,
I ain't saying he just gonna go to sleep. What I'm saying is like,
No, I was saying,
when you match it up, and when you look at the fight itself, Anthony Yard is just here for a check. He might last a little bit till maybe the 9th, 10th, 11th, but he should be out of there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see. I think the dude understands where he's at, and to the point that Body keeps making. I've been watching Anthony Yard long enough. He has this nervous energy thing that you don't see him doing much in this fight, and when he talks, that nervous energy thing is, y'all gonna notice it as soon as I say it. He has a tendency to smile and giggle a lot when he's talking about the fights. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, he's a great opponent, but you know, I'm coming to, to have that. you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you see him get in the ring, he's doing a lot of nervous energy twitching. Like, why are you twitching? He's not doing nothing. There's no feint. And that's what burns up his gas tank. In this situation, he's a lot more relaxed. The closer and closer you're getting to the fight, the less and less you start. He's just keeping the answer simple, straight. Yeah, he's a great fighter. I understand the task, and I'm just ready to go in there and show everybody what I'm going to do. And like I said, if I catch him clean, the fight is over.
Yeah, he believes that. He's saying it with confidence, and he says, I'm the natural light heavyweight. He is the natural guy. This is his third bite of the apple. He do got some power now.
And the two dudes that he fought, when you talk about skill levels and, facing this person in their somewhat prime and shit like that, at the end of the day, we could take this version of David Benavidez. This version of David Benavidez is not beating Kovalev or Petroglyph in their prime.
So I don't care what you're talking about. Yes, he is. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm tired of talking to you about this, AC. You've been from channel to channel talking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop second guessing the Mexican monster. He got a whole toolkit. You only seen one tool set. You see at 75, that boy, okay, he know he ain't gonna be knocking everybody out. But like I said earlier, he's fought 24 rounds. He's won 20. He know what the hell he's doing.
And that's why it made me nervous when I heard his answer after the grand arrival, when they was telling him like, Sergio was the one who brought up, it doesn't seem as though your power carried, like you was basically stopping everybody at 68, but once you got to 75, it didn't seem like your power carried. And Morrell did sit you down. Morrell did sit you down in that fight. I know my power. I know my power. Blah 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 blah. But this fight, I'm more concerned with just distance and some other things. So this is telling me we're gonna see probably something different from you, David Benavidez. We may see a more mature, relaxed, patient David Benavidez that won't put himself in those like just reckless exchanges that'll allow Yard to catch him the way Yard wants to catch him. I'm gonna give you that one.
Gonna beat his ass.
That may also be the thing that gets him stopped by Yard.
Man, you keep talking. Listen, you is not a true David Benavidez fan.
Yes,
This
I
is why
am,
where you
bro.
are. He's gonna beat his ass, bro. I'm like, I like the fight, but y'all's gonna put up a good fight. Run 5, 6, come 7, 8, 9. When we know that gas tank starts to go down towards E, less than a quarter tank. You think you can have that against David Benavidez? I don't care who you is. You let him last.
Hey,
It's not like David Benavidez just stands there and be like, "Hey, hit me." He has good head movement. He has good feet. He can move around. You just think he gonna let Yard hit him? You think he don't know where every yard he is? Like, come on,
But
bro.
this is why I love this debate with Pop, because we both Benavidez fans. You feel what I'm saying? But in certain situations,
You've been doubting him the last couple fights, man. I don't like that, man.
no, I was only doubting him prior to both wars with Bivol and Beterbiev.
Bro, David Morrell got like 10, 11 fights.
But I never said David Morrell would beat him.
Protege for 20 years. You sitting here talking about like this dude been living, eating, breathing, boxing his whole life.
Yeah, but that's at 68, 75, he wasn't looking the
and
same.
you was worried about David Morrell. David Morrell.
But 75, it showed he wasn't looking the same.
I want to say this.
Listen, I'm
when David Morrell
not a
dropped
content
him,
creator.
When
I'm
David
not a
Morrell
content
dropped
creator.
him, when
I'm
David
not a
Morrell
content-
dropped him, when David Morrell dropped him, that's the only reason he won more than one round. Other than that, he got his ass whooped the entire fight.
Yeah,
But you
but
was worried. You was worried, and I told you what was going to
No,
happen.
but I'm only speaking to the fact that he doesn't look the same as he did at 68.
I told
So
you.
my point is this: I always said, if David Benavidez, you want to convince me you're a true 175 pounder, you got to go through Yard. You got to step on Yard. And now he made that fight. Him and Yard's about to do it. So that my skepticism, even though I'm still a fan of him, my skepticism to say, are you a real 75 pounder? I'm not doubting your skill set. I'm doubting whether or not you're a real 75 pounder, because you made me nervous when you said, listen, I know I'm not going to get the get knockouts like that at 75, because those are much, much bigger guys. When he said that, I was like, hold up.
Bro, they can't beat you in a boxing match. They can't outbox him. And he got enough power to keep them honest.
So
they
what
can't
do you
outbox him.
I'm going to ask you this question, Pop. And I'm going to ask you this question. What if Yard comes in a little smaller than what we normally see him, more of a lean 75 pounder instead of a muscular 75 pounder?
He's still going to get beat up. It's the same fucking gas tank.
Okay. All right, bro.
All right. Same gas tank. Like we can sit here and
I like having this debate with him.
He got the same gas tank as Caleb Plant, and y'all know I love Caleb Plant, but them niggas got the same gas tank, bro. Like them niggas, like they got a reserve tank, but like they wait until like round 10 to use. But them niggas got the same gas tank. That shit, they start hitting E, linking around against the wrong damn fighters.
So I'll give you the gas tank, but Yard got more power. If he catch David, so what happened? So tell me this. If he catch David clean in the between the third and the fifth, what's gonna happen?
He could drop him. Could be a problem. But here's another thing. What if he catch him clean? I'm just saying. What if he catch him clean and then David start coming forward? Because I don't think David gonna be just doing the old David Benavidez walking forward. I think we gonna get, hey, I'm over here. Because I seen it, bro. Like the guy got way more than just come forward and beat you up.
Okay, now I'm gonna
way more than come forward. Hey, you missed that. Hey, you missed that. He got way more than that. He's just really fucking good at it.
I'm gonna say this to you, Pop. When we did you watch the Showbiz interview with David Benavidez, where he went up to David Benavidez's crib or training, whatever.
To his father's house.
He making a face, so yeah, he saw it. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying.
Bodywork just said before. This is why I'm arguing with you like that. He said David Benavidez is my guy. You gonna ask me if I seen anything about Dave Benavidez?
So
Hey, one thing I'm gonna
because
say is
yo,
if
listen,
Smoke
we
fuck
done
with
been
you
there,
as a
Pop.
fighter, he not gonna miss nothing.
I'm not missing nothing,
Yo,
bro.
hold
I'm
on. We done been there with dudes saying that they're a fan of somebody and then can't remember an interview or said I ain't seen
That
it.
ain't me. That's
Okay.
them. That's them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
My bad. But
That's
I'm
them.
saying this. When David Benavidez, right? They always say and Boomer answer to this. You train how you fight. Those certain muscle memories you get in the gym as you training, you're still gonna bring them into the fight.
Yeah.
So when I saw David Benavidez working on that same combination, the combination that you brought up when you said you got the 6 commandments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That combination that ends off with the hook. I saw Brian Norman working on that same combination, right? When I saw David Benavidez working on that combination, the one thing that I said to myself, and I was like, see right there, that's what I keep trying to talk about. Because even in training, he's still squaring up to throw that basic muscle memory combination. The muscle memory is just not in the hands, it's in the whole body. The body feels comfortable in a certain stance, in a certain position to throw that. And if there's no one in the corner or a trainer to say, hold on, time out. You need to, fix your stance. Let's work on the drill again.
He got a great corner. He been working with the greatest of the greats. The dude, listen, man, you know what? You're not Dave Benavidez. I'm not worried about Dave Benavidez.
I want to see the best David Benavidez, and my issue is.
Did you not see him at the? Okay, so did you not see him?
Yeah, but I'm
at the little bullshit workout.
What I'm saying is this:
you ain't see him. You ain't see how slim he looked. How he was moving around and just so bouncy around that bitch, like ooh, like he put on some Max B shit. Watch the wave. Don't worry about it. You gonna fuck.
All I'm saying is this, Pop. All I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, he's gonna come out with these new wrinkles, but the muscle memory when you start to throw those combinations, and this is the one area where I'm consistent on my belief that if Anthony Yarde is gonna win this fight, this is where he's gonna catch him, and it could happen early.
Viva la Mexico.
Because Benavidez, in my opinion, still has that issue with squaring up when he's throwing combinations.
I'm fucking with Dave. Listen, bro, the dude can't beat Dave Benavidez, bro. I don't give a damn. After the wars he's been in, after the fights he's been in, all of that to put down that you about to fight of, bro. This nigga's a baby in boxing, and he already been champion twice.
Yeah,
this is Oscar De La Hoya 2.0. This is the half breed that's been fucking around with niggas that you don't really want to fight.
But at the end of the day, Pop,
it's always a
I'm
Mexican
not
nigga with
anybody in this fight.
AC, you acting like it's not always a Spanish nigga with the nigga that you like. If he with them niggas, who the fuck is he?
Yeah, I give you
That's
that.
who Benavidez is. That's who Jose Benavidez is. Junior and senior. Bro, listen. And David is the one that, like, they thought it was gonna be Jose, but David always been the one. The little fat kid. He always been the Super Saiyan that go. That's go. All right, he the Goku of their family.
At the end of the day, I'm just telling you. I got if the fight goes past a certain round, it's all down. If the fight goes past a certain round for me, right, and that's the 8th round, it's all downhill for me. As far as Yarde's concerned, Yarde's gonna win, in my opinion. He's gonna win rounds up until the 8th round. If he hasn't stopped him at that point, I'm saying David Benavidez is a clean sweep for all of those rounds, to where he gonna either unanimous decision or knock him out. That's the way I have it.
What's the problem with that?
I give Yarde these 8 rounds. You got 8 rounds to get it done. Unless you coming in there looking different, and we see something different, and you and both of y'all take the debate me and Pop having and saying neither one of you niggas knew what you was talking about. We both came in here with something mad different. Unless some shit like that happens, I'm staying 10 toes down on that. I can. If the fight is going to end early, I'm picking Yard to be the one to end the fight late. To end the fight early. If the fight ends late, I'm picking Benavidez to end the fight or win by unanimous decision.
You're not a Benavidez fan. I'm like Body. This, you see how this nigga is like 66% Benavidez fan? Boom, you see this shit, right? This nigga like 58% Benavidez fan. He talked like against Morrell, he was so worried. I said, bro, he got 10, 11 fights. He can't really, like, this is some YouTube shit.
That's so disingenuous. That is so disingenuous because the argument was always, I was saying Benavidez needs to take out David Morrell and don't let that metastasize because then it's going to turn into something else. If you go ahead and you go to the doctor and you have that abscess removed, it's a done deal. I never was worried that David Benavidez can't beat David Morrell. The thing I was worried about was the optics of you moving up to 75, then Morrell moving up to 75, and then you going on this thing to where you don't want to recognize that this dude is chasing you. And he handled that.
Because he can't beat me. He need a lot more time to come up here and be playing with me, bro. Like you, he got 10. It's cool out there in Minnesota, beating up them dudes, and it look like that. That's cool, bro. I done that a long time ago, but now I done beat up a whole lot of people. I done Canelo ducked me, bro. Listen, David Benavidez is one of them ones.
And Anthony Yard
is not one of them ones.
And Anthony Yard faced two of them ones.
And he lost the both of them.
It don't matter. That don't matter to me because at the end of the day, it was the performance. It wasn't like you went out there and got beat down like Erickson Lubin, or you got stopped like Lima or some shit like that.
Well, don't turn into an Erickson Lubin because it can't happen against a David Benavidez.
Well, we got to see that.
But to try to become champion again, he's showing he got heart, but I don't see nothing about Yarde that's revealing enough for him to win. Like,
no, he's never been champion.
No, he's never been a champion.
Every big fight he lost.
But that's why I'm saying it's like Yarde is one of those guys that get in big fights and just don't show up, man. Like Yarde got
it's the same thing, boom. The gas tank. Listen, boom.
That's the only problem.
8 rounds is pushing it though, AC. Like when you think about it, 8 rounds is like you maxing it right there. Like
yeah, I am. I know I am.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But the pace of the fight is what's going. Like I'm saying, unless David Benavidez comes out on some, more methodical, I'm going to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more mature. That can give him the 8 rounds that I'm talking about. Maybe early 9. But if David Benavidez comes out with the pressure that we are accustomed to seeing with David Benavidez, Anthony Yard has 5-6 rounds.
Quips. It's always ifs and quips with you until then. After David wins, and you like, oh, well, then I already knew you were gonna do. Nah, I don't like that shit, man.
Hold on, before I ask
you about, because you were not. Hey, Body, you can put this on Patreon, whatever. I want you to make sure you keep this, because you see how he not fully David Benavidez fan. No. He say you're David Benavidez fan. No, you like David Benavidez and you want him to do what you want to do, but you're not a David Benavidez fan. You don't be seeing everything that he been doing. That's how I know you're not David Benavidez.
Let's change gears, man. Y'all let us.
Yeah, because I want to
try to stalemate.
Hey, can I just talk about something? Can I just point something out from today's thing with Devin and Norman?
Go ahead.
All right, listen, y'all. When they did their little media day, who noticed that Devin came out like real basic and really didn't do nothing. He just kept using the right hand.
Very
Did
basic.
anybody notice that?
Very basic. But
Yes,
Yard came
very-
out very basic too. Yard
very
came out
basic.
too. But yeah,
And
very
then
basic.
so look,
Didn't show nothing.
when we look at this, we see that Brian Norman. I've been talking about all this whole time. I've been talking about his footwork, right? Why he come out and be funny and show his footwork? He literally was moving the shit out his feet. You feel me? Like B Norm is funny.
Yeah.
B Norm is funny, dude. This is why I'm saying, all right. This is where I'm gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick when weigh-ins come. This is when I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick tomorrow, and it's gonna be after their press conference. I'm gonna see the energy.
Oh, so you mean you're gonna change your pick?
Nah. I'm glad you tried that. That was a good one. But nah, look, we gonna see how this press conference play out tomorrow, and what that final stare down in the presser look like to me. You know, so I'm gonna wait for that, and then I'm gonna know like for sure. Like I'm rocking Dev still. I'm still rocking Dev, but Brian Norman is really like he eye catchy. You know, he doing a little much. So we gonna see. We gonna see.
That's the proper type of push that people talk about when they say a dude gets a belt. Certain things increase by 15% or whatever.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is, and it's the reason why that push happens, and the reason why it is because when you look at him, you like you don't want to call him Brian Norman, you don't want to call him BNJ, you don't want to call him Norman Jr. You just want to call that dude Champ. Like, hey, how's it going, Champ? What's going on, Champ? Champ, can I get anything for you? Because it feels so natural to call him Champ. When you look at other fighters, it'll feel more comfortable calling them, Dad. This is Dad right here. It's my man, Dad.
You funny.
So let me ask you something. So we're saying that Brian Norman got that people's champ energy.
Yeah, all day.
And what specifically kind of got you like? What were some of the things that Brian Norman said that kind of got you like, this dude, he's saying the right thing. What did he say, Boom?
Everything in the interview is gonna be quiet because my nephew can be quiet.
Let me advise this. This is big to me. One thing that we haven't noticed about Brian Norman is where is his chains and where is that all that ice and all the jewelry and all that at? He don't got it. Or either he don't got it or it's at the crib, right? And that's what I like about him. He not trying to be flashy. Right now to me it's just showing that he understands the assignment, bro. He's given I know that this is a fight that I have to win to show that I'm that guy. You get what I'm saying? And the way that he talking, about how they asked Brian Norman about his how Devin was dressing. He's like, you see, this is a problem. And that's what I touch on a lot is that these fighters get in position, and I'm not throwing no diss out there to no fighter, but y'all get this money, man, and y'all don't know what y'all doing with it, bro. Y'all investments are horrible. Y'all investments are poor. Sometimes it's devastating because we're supposed to get this money and change lives and do the right thing, and y'all focused on jewelry, outfits, and cars, and one thing about B Norm is he not focused on none of that, and that's what I like about him. And he really focused on just winning his fight and solidifying his name. He's trying to show that he really is that guy at 147. That's really what I like about him. So win, lose, or draw, I low key, I'm fucking with B Norm because I like the way that he thinks. He's more like a me type of person. Like the niggas like me, we don't really fuck with the jewelry. We don't really fuck with the outfits. We don't really fuck with the you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I noticed about B Norm. I like that. So yeah, man.
Let me ask this question real fast. Was it how he was making fun of, not making fun, but was it the Floyd imitation when he was hitting the bag?
No,
was it accumulation of stuff? Because B Norman been all of a sudden when they started dropping a lot of the stuff that they said that they did is looking like, oh, we see why B Norman acting this way because he got the best of you back when, like, this is new to us. This is old.
No,
This is old. This is old, bro. This is months ago when he done, oh, nigga, I done peeped you from the jump. Oh, you. Oh. So, okay, I'm going to let the world see that y'all keep fronting till it actually drop on tape. And now it's dropping on tape and it all. So now you're like, oh, this why this nigga talking crazy. Oh, nigga, this nigga punked you, clowned you. Yeah,
Body and Jose, they funny. The comments is funny. I'm never seeing them. They funny. No, I'm not shook and confused. It's not none of that for me. It's more or less that.
We're not talking about you. He's saying the fans, man.
Oh, okay. It's not, well, cool. I'm not really on that. It's just more or less like, dude, like, he a Southern nigga, and I'm a Southern nigga, and I'm starting to see, like, the traits. I'm starting to see the traits of, like, okay, I'm starting to see why you boxing, what's up with you and this shit. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's making me feel like, yo, like, this is going to be a little bit more than I thought. I really thought that Devin would really put on this masterclass performance, but we will see. We will see. Cause
so what did you? So as a boxer, Boom, what did you see from the, like? Did you see anything with the footwork? Did you say, okay, he might got a little footwork?
Well, I went back and advised the mitts. I went back and advised him punching the bag, and he does and he doesn't have, like, his footwork is like I don't know if it's 30-70 or if it's like, I don't know, like, I'm so back and forth on his footwork, but like he actually his placement, his the way he moves, it's a little bit sharper than I thought. It's just the feet that I think that I'm just I'm on the turns with. But today he came out and tried to show, like, yo, look, I don't know what y'all seeing or what y'all talking about, but here go a little bit of something. And he was moving around that ring today, showing he can move too.
So what I saw about him, what I see about him is he got that wide base. What you think about that wide base?
I'm only a fan of the wide base when I'm actually, like, doing my thing and toying with the guy. But for him, I can't say, because everybody got their own style in which they fight. So, I mean, if he comfortable in that wide base, why not? I don't see why it'd be a problem if for him, I guess. But for me, I'm only going there when I'm doing my thing. Like, I'm staying sharp though. I'm staying in correct. I'm keeping everything up to par. I'm not going wide or switching nothing up unless my team and my coaches are advising, like, hey, we really need to switch up this so we don't get hit with that, or, you know. So
it's 1,000 time, body. Boom, you already know this is what you ain't saying, and I get it. It's cool. Because if y'all seen the highlights of Boom in the amateurs, right? And this is with headgear. Y'all seen them shits, right?
Yeah.
Seen, like, one of the guys I can't find nowhere in BoxRec, nowhere. I can't find him nowhere ever boxing again after Boom knocked his ass out. And the other guy, like, is like, damn, what happened to him? So when you got shit like
the other light-skinned guy, hey, that dude, he acting like he want to see me again and this, that, and the third. It sounds good.
It sound good, but like, bro, when you got it's like, I hate to say it, man, but it's a certain thing called country strong.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is. It is.
And it's just certain guys you be like, he don't look like, you know, like the typical, you know, superhero, but every time he hits somebody, they definitely remember it. That's a life-changing experience every time they fought him. Brian Norman Jr. is one of them dudes. Boom feel like he definitely know he one of them dudes. That's why from the beginning of this fight till now, he's like, oh man, hold on, man. I don't know, Dad. I I don't care about none of that mid shit y'all hitting. If he hits you like it's.
You know, I'm gonna say this just to be funny as well. You know how strong Brian Norman is, right?
Yep.
His dad got on a bodysuit, and they working on body punches. And Brian Norman punches Pops with that big ass bodysuit, and the punch didn't even look hard. He just, but you heard it. It was like flop, and his dad was like, "Hold on." You know, he had to back up against the ropes, and Brian Norman literally looked terrified. Like, "Hold on, you all right? You all right?" That when I saw that in one of those little when they was in the lead up to the fight and everything, that shit had me kind of laughing like, yo,
let's take it even further.
I get the headshots, but this dude body shots are like,
hey, see, let's go further than that. Let's go further than that.
It's like getting hit with a bat.
Hold on. Let's go further than that with the bodysuit.
Y'all know Bill Haney. Y'all know Bill Haney didn't have too much to say because he nervous, bro, and he's been stressed out about this fight, and I could tell. That's what's bothering me is because Bill, you've been stressing, and I could see it, bro. I could see it for real. When that lady asked you,
bingo.
You had to have one word answer. You've been stressed out, bro. And
yo, I ain't never.
I know because I'm a fighter.
Fight, boy. I was like, man, that's the alert. You know what I'm saying? It's time. You know when they say it's time to pay the piper. You know what I'm saying? You done brought all the kicks, man. Now your son got to cash with that ass, man.
Yeah. Bro, hold on, wait.
Hey, I noticed as a boxer, I've been in the gym with stress coaches. I've seen stress coaches. I've seen like what it's like to be at fight week and they stressed out because of this and that and the third. Like I've been there. I know.
Okay, boom. This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. Like, bro, like we can talk about how they training and everything, right? But we know where one fighter is, we know where the other one is. We know what both father and son, when it comes to Haney side, y'all lost when it comes to face-to-face confrontation and come down and talk. Y'all lost that shit. You can't fuck with each other on that. Y'all can't that's the first time I seen Bill get silenced. But I just seen something that I knew that I already knew what I was saying, like, yo, y'all acting like y'all forgot. Like, I'm a country nigga. Yeah. Neither, I swear to God, bro, Brian Norman Jr. has not forgot what you said to his big mama, and Brian Norman Sr. definitely forgot what you said about his mama before she passed, and she passed during camp. Bro, this is a whole lot more than what you even think. Bill, you said, fuck your mama.
Yep.
And that's why I never heard Brian Norman tell anybody but Devin Haney,
which y'all not
I'm finna step over you. I'm finna step on and I'm finna step over you. I never heard Brian Norman tell that to nobody. He didn't say no shit like that to Jin Sasaki. He didn't say no shit like that to Cuevas. The only one fighter in that dude's entire career, he said, boy, I'm about to step on over you and on you, was Devin Haney.
Bro, big mama. Bro, Brian Norman Jr. actually in the fight. Big mama? Big mama.
This what I want to say for real. One thing about that I noticed about with this whole fight, this whole entire fight, Bill Haney, in the beginning of this fight, when it was first being made and papers were being signed, he was loud, he was proud, he was obnoxious. As they got closer, in the George Kambosos fight, he was loud the entire time, screaming, nagging, pointing this red flag, pointing that red flag. This whole week, you've been quiet. You ain't been posting. You ain't been talking. You ain't been nagging. You ain't been being annoying. You said 2 words. You said they in trouble.
They in trouble. That was it.
That was it. That was all you said. You ain't never said nothing like this in your life. That don't show no focusness. That shows nervous energy, bro. And that now you know that you are up for something bigger than Cambosos.
Because
Something that's gonna really punch harder than Cambosos. This
Hey,
ain't like
hold on. Let me say salute to D Calico, man. Hey, welcome back,
salute,
brother.
dude. Salute.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Hey,
Salute.
peace, brother. Peace, brother.
can I just want to bring this, I just
Yes,
wanted to
sir.
bring this
Going
one
on, brother.
point in before Calico spits. You go back several interviews. There's Brian Norman saying, "Yeah, I knew. We've been known Bill Haney and Devin. We knew them for the longest. You know what I'm saying?" And he was like, "Yeah, we were kind of cool, but it's when Dev got money, he changed. He became different, and the person he became, I just don't like people like that." So where he trying to say, "I never heard of this dude before," up until 2 years ago, this is why I'm telling y'all this dude is being disingenuous. This is why Bill is quiet, because he's like, "I know this young man, and I never heard this young man tell anybody he was gonna fuck them up." And the minute he said that to my son, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done talking, because I got to go to church every day and twice on Sunday to pray for my son.
Yeah, man. It's just before you go, Calico, it's just uncharacteristic for Bill to be this quiet. He's never been like, it's just like, that's like especially in war. I'm gonna speak from the army. Like when somebody is some way all the time, like from the moment you met them, ever since you know them, they're one way, and when they start being like totally different, like out of the blue, like in a situation, you know something is wrong. Like it's no way you can say, "Oh, he's focused." Oh, he's no, man. Bill, this is uncharacteristic. Bill is nervous as shit. You know, y'all can have y'all poker face on. They can have their poker face on all they want, but this is not like Bill, man. This is not like Bill. But go ahead, Calico. Go ahead, Calico.
I want to say this before Calico go. Last time I spoke to Calico, I was only trying to do 2 hours. Calico had me on 6.5 damn hours. I done fell asleep in the damn chair. So you ain't gonna do that again to me tonight, Calico, man. I gotta put the kids in bed a little bit. I'm gonna talk to you for a little bit, and then I'm out. Yeah,
yes.
You know, I'm fucking with you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, but I'm finna say, I feel like Bill trying not to make a mockery of black people, because when they first started, I'm talking the first time the fathers had words, that shit was worse than two people like me and you on goddamn YouTube, like two regular people cussing each other out. That shit was worse than that. You know what I'm saying? It was really embarrassing for black people, to me. You feel me? Because they was going at each other, mama, fuck, you know what I'm saying? That they was really talking that YN talk, really. You feel me? Yeah. But Bill ended up apologizing for that, like a man. And it seemed like ever since then he just like kind of died down on that energy.
Yeah.
Calico, I'm gonna be truly honest with you. You can apologize as much as you want, but you already know if you could actually see listen, you know what? I can't touch your daddy, but I can touch you. And your daddy said, "What, my big mama?"
Yeah.
Not my big mama. My big mama. Like my big mama. And then big mama died like 2 weeks after you said it. I got to, I'm in my prime, and this is what we do. I got to deal with you on a level that where I'm gonna hit you. Remember that saying, I'm gonna hit you so hard your grandfather gonna hit it? Well, I'm gonna hit you so hard your daddy gon' feel it.
He definitely got the capabilities, Show.
I heard what the man said in the interview. He said, "What's gonna happen when I cut the ring off? I take away his jab, I take away all of this. What happened when I knock his head off? What y'all gonna say then?"
When I knock his block off.
He know it. Listen, man, listen.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Brian
lie.
Norman sound like T.I. I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. God damn it, he the T.I. boxer. Say what you want. I'm from the South. I said it. Brian Norman Jr. the T.I. boxer, king of the South, bitch. Holla at me. What you want to do? Holla at me. What you want to do? Everything he say on point. Can't tell me it's not. What and it's so much country slang and if you hold on. Did y'all see the interview? The I hate to say it. The Black Coffee 2 Sugars with Brian Norman Jr. and what's his damn name again?
What? Bill Haney?
No,
Showbiz?
Showbiz. Yeah, did y'all see the Brian Norman one?
I didn't see the Brian Norman one.
Oh man, Brian Norman trying to fix. Yeah. Brian Norman said, "Nigga, you from Chicago? What you doing with that goddamn gold shit on the back of your head?" I'm not hearing it, brother. See, that's the type of shit. Like this nigga's on point. Like, oh, see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, he footed like.
He told him that.
Yes, he told, bro. Listen, man, when you create content, see, that's why I'm body laughing. When you create content and you watch shit that like. He'll be like, why are you watching that? Like, don't talk to me right now, bro. I'm studying. That's what I'm doing. So I know what I'm talking about, bro. Brian Norman Jr. is a star. Like, it's not in the making. He's a star. Win or lose, going forward, he is something different. Definitely when he wins, it's over for this nigga, bro. Like, a lot of niggas, Brian Norman know what to say, when to say. I just said it. He the T.I. boxing, king of the South, bitch.
But this is why when I did this 3 months ago, this is why I said it. And people didn't realize what I was saying. If he win, that's what he gonna be. Because I sat and I listened to the young man. I listened to what he was saying and studied the mannerisms. And I believe I'm a good judge of character, man. And I saw that.
But what have we seen in the ring?
He's been progressing every time he comes out. Like, see, he won me over. See, this is like, okay, so let me get a breakdown. Like with David Benavidez, I was betting against David Benavidez every time. And then I said, yeah, it just came down to the point. I said, well, hold on, man. I gotta look at who he's going up against, you know, and what he's doing. And every time he's gotten better. Now, when I first heard about Brian Norman, all I knew about was the sparring. And I know, you know, I'm one of them ones where I think sparring should be like Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happened in sparring should stay in sparring. You know what I'm saying? If I get truck stick in practice, like I play football. So if I get truck sticked in practice or, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's practice. Like, okay, if that shit happened in the game, that's different, but it's practice. I could have been working on some shit.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
when
I'm
it
saying?
counts.
That's how I feel. So his reputation preceded him. So when I first seen him come out, I was like, I'm not impressed. And then I was like, hold on, who was this kid? I said, this the guy they've been talking about? So then every time since then, every time I've seen Brian Norman Jr., every time he's gotten better. Every time. And then to come to find out, he had a bad phalange. Now people be saying, oh, I got bad hands. He truly had a bad one. He went and had the surgery. When he went and had the surgery.
So has he gotten better every time he fought a black person?
He hasn't had that many. He hasn't had many opportunities.
Yeah, he ain't knocked out no black person.
But see, he
if he did, it was a long time.
It's only been 3 fights. He's only had 3 fights. He just had the he just had
as a champion, but the guy got almost as many fights as Devin Haney. He got 30 wins. And he got a no contest nobody like to talk about, just like Haney got a no contest. It's no different. Except Haney wants to rematch his no contest. Brian Norman would never rematch his no contest. Never.
You talking about that Boca Chica?
Yeah, he ain't gonna rematch no motherfucker like that. That's pressure. Like that's
I think at this point in time, I don't really. I mean, is it the man for it?
No, I'm saying that it shouldn't have took this long. Like you should have ran it back. Really?
But I think that was more of Top Rank having a plan for him and him upsetting the plan. You know, so I mean they still had Boca Chica. Boca Chica just fought Tiger Johnson. Tiger Johnson beat him. They got Rohan Palago. I mean, it might have been in the cards for that to happen again, but I don't really think this is the man. I think he's like a measuring stick now for them guys. So, you know, I just know that every time I've seen him, you know, especially since he got that surgery.
Yeah, when his hand healed up. I know what you mean, but still the competition didn't get better for you to say he was getting better. Now, the Cuevas fight, that guy was the best skillful fighter he fought, but he just had such a long layoff that the guy couldn't really compete with him. That's why he he couldn't continue. But that was the best fighter I think he fought. I think that's the best fighter Cuevas. And it was the best win. But the rest of those guys is like such a step down.
Wow, no, man. Cause this guy,
especially Sasaki. Come on, man, Sasaki.
He was the #1 guy in Japan. Only lost to Andy.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not giving him the credit Japan gonna give him. I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, he's nobody.
I mean,
I guess I'm nobody. But I'm just saying. You know.
But I think that I think that Santillan win was underrated because Santillan. They had Lexus Rocha. I was mixed on Lexus Rocha. I just seen what Rocha did to Blair, right? I seen what Blair did to AB and how people was avoiding Blair. But right after Santillan stopped Alexis Rocha, knocked him out, that's when they put Brian Norman in there. And you seen what he did to that dude.
Man, he was having hell with him until he split him, which was an elbow or a headbutt. Until blood got drawn, man, Santillan wasn't going, boy. He wasn't going. Like he was trying to smother the punches, I guess, because he was like on him like white on rice.
But wait. Those uppercuts and that probing, I don't think I just watched that Santillan fight, and that was a jab that bust Santillan open. It wasn't
no. It was elbows in that fight. Maybe the elbow didn't split him. Maybe the elbow didn't split him.
When it first happened, they were saying it might have been from a head clash.
That's what I was saying. The headbutts. And elbow.
But then when they went back and looked at it, it was an actual punch. It was the jab, and after he threw the jab, Santillan came in.
Yeah, I'm saying it's such a rough house fight. It's such a rough house fight that. Yeah, the punch got the credit for the split, but it's essentially from the other aspects.
Maybe the punch started the split, but it's the headbutt that may have made it gash and bleed. You feel what I'm saying?
Mic check.
Yeah, I hear you, Crispy. But that's all I was saying. It's like the punch could have made the initial nick and split. The headbutt might have busted open. Or something else might have busted open to make it bleed like that. But all I'm saying is this. I take that away, but then you say, okay, but those uppercuts that he was hitting him with, it's like they figured out that's, you're susceptible to that punch based on the high guard you keep trying to take. You keep trying to take that high guard, I'm gonna knock you out with an uppercut. And that's what it was to me. I'm more in the camp of saying, listen, in order for me to see improvement of a fighter, that doesn't mean you have to go out and fight, some mean machine killer or something like that. I can see improvement in the technique, in the development of your technique. The same punch that got Abdullah Mason, and I stand 10 toes on this, because I've had several fighters that I spoke to, is that one of the hardest punches to learn in boxing. To be able to get that timing to where you're setting something up, you're throwing a lazy punch out, and you notice the guy keeps leaning in. So now you're going to try to catch him with that timing. It was like, yeah, because the other guy can figure out that that's what you're trying to do to him. And the same way the dude was smart enough and he had that ring IQ to mask the punch that he dropped Abdullah Mason with, he masked it to say, yeah, it's going to come over an overhand hook. Abdullah Mason was defensively responsible in covering that part, and then he just turned it over at the last minute. Boom! Now it's a flush punch. It's just a punch that came over, and boom, turned it over. And now it caught you
flushing your
It
face.
came kind of inside. It came inside. Like if
Yeah,
it was
because
a true,
it looks,
if it was a
it
true
swept from
hook,
the outside. It swept from the outside and then dipped in.
Mhm.
Yeah, and for me, he was like, I saw Abdullah Mason working on that, and then this dude probably noticed that, caught him with that. Abdullah Mason said, yeah, because his pops was like, you learned the lesson now? He was like, yeah. Goes out there, stops the guy. Next fight, knocks somebody out with the same punch that got him dropped in the last fight. That step up in competition after that dude wasn't that high, or it wasn't even really a step up in competition. It was just another somebody to work on the technical aspects of your development. And that's how I saw the 3 fights between Brian Norman. I said, listen, they're looking for people to work
hold on, 3
these
fights between
things.
what? 'Cause I think it broke up. It broke up a little bit.
No, I was saying the 3 fights.
Yeah, you break it.
The fight.
There you go.
The fights that Brian Norman had, for me, it looked like they were specifically working on some things. And these were the type of opponents that you could work on these things to make sure your hands are there. You
Bro,
feel
as
what
a
I'm saying?
champion though, as a champion, we don't want to see none of that.
Then you shouldn't like Fundora.
I don't. And Fundora been stepping up his competition. He just don't fight. He only fight once every year and a half.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's another champion that's learning on the job. Like the things
Yeah,
that
but he's not.
you're
But he's
learning
not
right now,
picking-
fighting off the jab. I don't expect to see that from a champion. That's brand new for me. Because when I look at even if I was looking at Fundora and Brian Norman, I'd say Brian Norman is way more developed because he knows how to fight off of his jab. That's how he was. That's how he was able to stay in the fight with old boy that you just mentioned.
Quavers. Yeah, that was
Quavers.
the only fight I've seen the jab from him. You know,
Yes,
like
but he was fighting off the jab, and that's the only point I'm making. So at the end of the day, I mean, he's got wrinkles, but these wrinkles are overrated because the power he carries, like Beterbiev. People slept on Beterbiev's actual boxing skill because you don't survive with this dude. He was damn near at 100% knockout rate until he ran him and Bivol started to get it on.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
Anthony Yard made him have to pull out that boxing skills.
Exactly. A couple of dudes had to make him pull it out, but Anthony Yard put up a strong showing.
Like I've never seen nobody else like make him get on that bicycle and you know, like fight on the
try to
back. He fought
recover.
on the back foot, yeah.
Yeah, try to recover from some of them shots. Like, oh shit, this dude got cracked.
Yep.
I agree with you on that, but this is probably why, for me, and I was in the same camp with Body. You give me 2 years ago, I was arguing Brian Norman was the weakest champion because I felt that he had a problem with distance. Because the punch that got him dropped, you shouldn't have tried to throw that punch from that distance.
Yeah, he lead with his chin.
You feel what I'm saying? And I was like, if he don't fix that, like I said, he got all the technical abilities from the eye test, but it's just some things you got to tweak. And if you can tweak and get your distance and timing right, you're gonna be a problem. And then
he is a problem, but when you say eye test,
then
when you say eye test and like passing, like really passing the eye test, the only people I would say that about is Boots and Abdullah. You know, guys that haven't fought the greatest opponents, but what they've shown is so immaculate that, you know, you got to wonder, can they do that against the, you know, top rank opponent or, you know, top shelf?
And that's why we're looking at this Brian Norman versus Devin Haney fight, because that's going to be the most skilled boxer, the boxer with the most accolades you've ever fought. You feel what I'm saying? When you look at it, that one fight smashes Boots Ennis' resume, because you don't have a Devin Haney, and then look at who Devin Haney fought when he fought them or whatever. But just look at the names he's got. So at the end of the day, you go out there and you do what many fans think you're going to do, and now you're the favorite in this fight, bro. Listen. The world is yours after this. Top Rank gonna say, yeah, okay, now I got two, now I basically got two solid chips that I know these two dudes ain't gonna fuck up. I know these two dudes is not gonna fuck up on me. And that's Abdullah Mason and Brian Norman. That's where they're gonna put their money at, because that's what makes the most sense. If we talking dollars, fucking with them dudes make the most sense. So that's why I'm like, listen, Dev, you disappointed me as a fan of yours, because I thought you was gonna be a little bit more, because money shouldn't be a thing. You should be on that Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri shit. Money ain't a thing. So the mere fact that you tried to sell us that, money is a thing for you, you lost a lot of respect for me. I'll still be a fan of yours in the ring. I still have you beating the other three champions, probably easily. But this dude right here, no, because you need to be 100% grounded in who you are, and you're not that. So for me, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not rocking with you on this fight. I fucks with you, but I'm not rocking with you on this fight. And yeah, I'm still stay 10 toes down. Like, yeah, I think he outboxes Barrios. I think he outboxes Rolly. And I know for sure he outboxes Lewis Crocker.
Hey, if Norman was complete and he could really fight on the outside, like if he was just a B-level fighter on the outside, I would give him this fight.
Oh, D Calico, you got him not even as a D level? I mean a C level?
No, he might be C level. He might be C level, but not even a C plus. It's not C plus.
Oh, Calico.
On the outside, no, on the inside, the guy is probably A plus.
Calico, oh.
It is what it is. Like he's more a stationary fighter. He's like an Errol Spence when he needs to learn a little bit of Sean Porter. He needs to be able to, like, people don't admire Sean Porter, but they can't even replicate what he did. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these guys hate him.
Trash outside fighter. Like, Sean Porter's distance game was hard. He had no distance game because he's built like a straight football player.
He compensated
like you're a football player.
He compensated for what, for the things he was, that he lacked. But he did it with heart. Like
I would say this:
he was athletic and he was, determined to go forward, brother. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this question: Sean Porter versus Brian Norman. Does Brian control him on the outside from distance to medium?
No, he can't do nothing with the outside. It's just gonna be a phone booth. It's gonna be like Errol Spence. You got to ask yourself, can he do what Errol Spence did? And it's possible.
So moving on from there, Calico, who you got in the Bam versus Martinez fight?
I probably never go against Bam.
Okay.
I don't care who he fight. I don't care if we go to 135.
But do you think Martinez is a threat?
Definitely.
Okay.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, when I study in any of these fighters, Turki Al-Sheikh he's a monster. Like, Turki Al-Sheikh it's always gonna be a upset on every card. I promise you. Turki he set motherfuckers up, you ask me.
So let me
catch you slipping, whatever.
Before we really get into that, I'm just gonna ask you this last question to bring certain things full circle. Is Devin the villain in this fight or the hero, in your opinion?
Yeah, he's gonna, he's definitely the villain, but he's gonna, clear his name with a victory like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna win over a lot of hearts of the people. Okay. Or die trying.
Okay, all right. I respect it. Level-headed, grounded. It is what it is. But here's the funny thing about the Martinez fight. I was just looking at the numbers. I was honest in saying I haven't seen a lot of Puma fights, and stuff like that. And when I just looked at their box rep, I was like, if I had to make an educated guess on this fight by just looking at the numbers, height, reach, stuff like that, and knowing what I seen from Bam, I'm like, listen, if you're gonna beat Bam, if you don't have a chance at beating Bam, It's gotta be an inside fight. It's gotta be a dirty fight. You gotta make Bam uncomfortable at every second of this fight to beat him. Because once you give Bam that distance, any sort of distance, he gonna make you pay. Because he's just gonna start flipping in angles on you, and then he gonna start letting punches go in angles on you. So that and he's tailor made for Bam to do that. Because what I found out was that's Martinez's boxing style. He's an inside brawler. He wants to maul you once he gets inside. And he's got very heavy hands. So if you let him get inside and start, throwing those heavy hands, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have some serious problems. So at the end of the day, bro, I got Bam winning this fight, but I'm gonna be nervous for him. Because I'm nervous every time Martinez looks like he's on the inside, or Bam finds himself up against the ropes or in the corner.
Hey, bro, if you notice, especially with this card, I think Turkey has figured out the recipe that he wants every fight. And that is a boxer versus a puncher. You know what I'm saying? Like every fight on this card. Like,
but that's classic, though. That's Ali Frazier. That's Sugar Ray. Yeah. That's Sugar Ray Marvin Hagler.
It's a great recipe, for success. Yeah. And then have a whole card like that. Like, we really gonna see something this week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking at the best punchers / boxers versus the best pure boxers.
Because to me,
they're high.
Like what I watch boxing for, like the real technique of boxing, is like I love to see that David versus Goliath type thing, like a big puncher versus somebody with with enough skills to show all of us how to beat a guy like that. Because nobody might know how to beat this guy. It's just like that. And then we see a guy with so much skills, like you can teach your son this video. You're like, hey, this is how you fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what boxing is for. But other than that, the puncher always gonna rule. But I still look for some technique that we can all use to defeat anybody.
Okay. But so what's your take on Yard and
Benavidez? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like somebody pointed out how Benavidez is looking mighty trim. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looking like he's ready to jump on the scale for like a couple weeks now,
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know. He looking mighty light in the ass.
I said that when I saw him, I was like, man, like I told my lady that last night. I said, man, he be looking like two different people almost, bro.
Exactly.
When you see him, because look at him when he do that interview with Showbiz. You could tell that's when I think they was maybe just getting in the camp.
Yeah.
And then look at him in the ring here. Like, them look like two different people, bro.
Yep.
He big as shit, man. I'm like, he is big as shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
like the one that fought, damn, I forgot my boy. I forgot the Black Friday he fought. Beat him up. He was so big compared to my boy, man. Like, body wise, like just the mass. You can't even hit him with a body punch, bro.
Oh, you talking about when he fought Demetrius Andrade?
Yeah, Demetrius Andrade. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Andrade looked like a little kid next to him.
Yeah, man.
But he talking about going, like, he wants to go up to fight Zerto.
See, I think Yard's power could neutralize him. Like,
that's what we've been saying. Me and Bobby.
Like he probably won't knock him out, of course, because he would have to really turn it all the way up. Because if you hurt him, you're gonna have to jump on him like he's anybody else, man. Don't even play with him, But you can knock him down, but I don't know if you can hurt this motherfucker.
But now look, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, you know how in a million years you wouldn't have thought this would happen when you seen Brian Mendoza and you seen Fundora. And the reason why he was boxing the shit out of Brian Mendoza. But Brian Mendoza put it all on Black, man. He bet all on Black, man. He came up and boom. And because he wasn't used to people hitting him like that, and it was out of the blue, like it was out of nowhere, he was sitting down like, what? I can't believe he hit. Like, I think y'all got enough power to where if he's doing that and he exchange with him and he catch him like when he least expected, that could happen, bro. For the first time in a long, because it's been a long time since who was that? It wasn't Fighting Butts. Was it Fighting Butts? No, that was what's that dude that dropped David? It's been a long time since.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I mean, well, you say, well, people didn't really count the Morrell drop. They say it was the shoulder, but he did technically he did get dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But like to get like when he really got sat on his ass, that's been years. That was a couple years ago. It's been so long that if he find himself in that situation and y'all put mustard and hot sauce and everything on it, you know what I'm saying, and catch him in the middle of exchange, it could be one of the ones where he don't beat the count because he's not used to getting hit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like y'all got to sell out to do it. It got to be almost like what Mendoza did the front door, where he was getting shit out boxed and then bow, and it was just like he was on the canvas sitting there looking, and his mind didn't process, and he tried to get up too fast. I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that. I could see that possibly like before 6-7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And like depending on how y'all approach this, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been dangerously calm in my book. He's been looking like he's been saying all the right things, and it's like he relieved himself of all the pressure going into this fight. And he's like, man, he keeps saying, and I know he believe it because he keeps saying, he's like, man, if I catch him flush, if I catch him proper, like he's betting on that. Like he's betting on being able to catch this dude.
Yeah.
So
it
could happen.
And for me, I'm just like, if they're betting on that, they see a clear opening of where he can capitalize on that. You feel what I'm saying? And for me, it's just this one thing that I just was in a good debate, stalemate debate, because we both the fans of the dude, but he just don't want to look at it as any way, shape, or form that Benavidez could go into a fight and lose. Although it's highly unlikely, but if it's going to happen, I think it's going to happen when David Benavidez decides, he gets a little comfortable. He's getting away with some clean shots, probably caught Yard with something, Yard kind of stumbling or whatever. David Benavidez is coming back at him, and that's when he's just gonna let that punch go in the middle of Benavidez being square and throwing them combinations, and boom, he's down. Because again, when I looked at when he caught Kovalev, but it was more so Yard was beating Kovalev's body up that was breaking Kovalev down. But you and I both, Calico, was just talking about how how him and Beterbiev, he had Beterbiev thinking. Beterbiev was thinking, Beterbiev was walking him down, caught him with some shit, walking him down, and Benavidez just planned it and waited for him to come in, boom, and punched right with him and caught him. It seemed to be
Yard,
things like
Yard.
that actually caught Beterbiev when Yard was throwing it. And again, almost every fight breakdown, everyone's now honing in on the fact of Yard is more dangerous because he doesn't give a fuck. He will punch with you.
Yep.
Because
that's why I give Bam. I was saying it earlier, like I give Bam Bam the most credit out of all the Mexican fighters, definitely of this day and age right now. Like probably, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm gonna really have to study it all the time because this motherfucker bad. You hear me? I'm talking about even the way he talk. Like he speak better English than people that's supposed to speak English. You know what I'm saying? Like I know if we learn Spanish, we're not gonna be fucking with him in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So the motherfucker very intellectual in and out of the ring, right? And he the only Mexican that I can point out probably ever that just doesn't love to get hit. Like the rest of them got a little infatuation with getting punched. You feel me? Yeah. That go for David Benavidez too, and that could be a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just thinking, okay, yeah, no, man, like you want to get punched. Okay, you think you want to get punched.
Until
But
that dude over there punched.
Yeah, until he hit you. And that's what I'm saying. I think he can hit Benavidez with something like he hit Beterbiev with. It won't knock him out, but it's gonna get his mind right. Like it ain't gonna be no volume. It ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be a civilized affair. You feel me?
Go crazy.
Hey, so I'm the only person that's calling it a draw. I think it's gonna be a draw.
Wow, that's
With Yard and Benavidez?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I could see that possibility.
Well, you know, I look. This is what I think. Right?
Plausible.
This is what I think. I believe that Benavidez, because he's not technical, and it got to be one of the things to where when you get in there, it's just different. And I think that maybe he punched a little harder than people realize he punched. It's more than where you gotta respect what he's doing, and I think because of the speed at which he's doing it, and when he feel comfortable and he letting his hands go, it feel a little different. You're not just walking through that shit. But I don't think this might be one of those things to where it's like T.O. when he went from 35 to 40. It's like it's a clear difference in the power there. Like T.O. was like T.O. will put your lights out at 35. Like you did not want to punch with the dude. You didn't want to be in the vicinity with him. If he catch you clean, you know what I'm saying, he was gonna put you out. At 40, it looked like he just don't got it. It looked like he's getting a little bit. He's coming around to getting a little bit better or whatever. But if you a boxer, you can negate the skills. So I think that's what we kind of looking at with David. That's why, like, when he was talking about going to cruiser, I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. Them dudes can punch. Yeah. And I'm looking at it like Yard can thump. Like, David gonna have to take his time. I don't bet against him no more because he always shows up. He's proven me wrong so many times. Like, he done won me over all the way. Like, I'm just like, I don't bet against him, but I could see Yard because I think Yard might got that punch resistance. He's been up there with them guys. This is the same thing I'm thinking as far as Devin going up there messing with this natural welterweight. He's going up there messing with a natural light heavyweight, like in Yard. Devin's going up there messing with a natural welterweight. Their punch resistance, they've been getting punched on by dudes at that weight class. So yeah, the speed might be a little bit better because Benavidez is coming up, you know what I'm saying? But he's used to getting punched. If he feels what David Benavidez got and he don't respect it, that fight could look different, bro. Yeah, and that's what I think. With Volzdak didn't look like it looked like it wasn't really phasing him, and it looked like David kind of made a business decision. I give him a mulligan on it because David, he made a business decision. He was like, nah, like normally David he'll ratchet it up. That was his first one. The next one was David Morrell, but you gotta think David Morrell was moving up too, so that's not really. I think David should have never moved up. I think David should have stayed down at 68. He don't got no business at 75, like right now. Like
Benavidez use him as a stepping stone.
Yeah, so that I had to like say, okay, cool. I set that to the side. Yard is a natural light heavyweight. His punch, it's like Jahad moving up when he had that growth spurt. He's been up there with the guys at 60, getting hit by them dudes and all that. So if you coming down from them lower weight class up there with Jahad at, he gonna damn near take what you get. Like he gonna eat it like Skittles, and he's thumping now. You know what I'm saying? So I think this fight is a little more interesting than what people are really thinking, because if Yard's punch resistance is where I think it is, this fight is gonna be a little bit more tricky, man. David ain't gonna be able to get away with what he be getting away with. You know what I'm saying? Or he's gonna actually show that he's truly, truly special in that ring.
I mean, like you said about the speed, his speed is like no other.
Yeah, but it's not there at 75 though.
Man, his speed is beat, man, bro. I can't think of 154 pounder besides Boots, like with faster hands. I ain't lying. Like Benavidez has always been the biggest Pacquiao we ever seen. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no one punch power, but it's such a volume.
Yeah,
that we never seen this from a big guy. You know what I'm saying?
Speed and the volume, it's the accumulation,
relentlessness. You feel me? Relentless, and he got a chin. You know, like he is a Mexican monster. You feel me? So I definitely like. He was always my top favorite Mexican fighter. I feel like he should be the face of Mexico boxing.
Yeah, that's a question I wanted. I was gonna pose for a later show with Body to discuss between Bam, Benavidez, Virgil Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
even
Ryan
Ryan
is Mexican.
Yeah, even Ryan. Yeah.
Which one of them are more likely to become the Mexican face of boxing, and who's moving more towards being the Mexican face of boxing?
It's David. It's David. But if David go up to cruiserweight, he's ultimately gonna have to go to heavyweight. I mean, because it's like it's a combination of the division you win, because it's all about dance partner.
Yeah.
So if he puts himself, because at light heavy, he got to get a Bivol. He got to get a Bivol or Beterbiev. If he go up to cruiserweight, then he's gonna be subject to a Jao Batai. Like, but
and he's already. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Until that division catches up as far as having dance partners, one that people know, because it wouldn't be no contest. Like if people really respected the lower weight divisions and knew who was in those divisions, it wouldn't be no contest with Bam.
Yeah.
You know, it's just he's in a tricky. So Bam will have to come up. Like if Bam finally get up there to where he get up around like to 126, because Bam, he's young and he actually gets bigger. He gets real big in between fights. Like you wouldn't even really notice him. Like he gets big. Like Bam is a big boy for them little weight classes. Like he could afford to come up. Like that's why he's thumping the way he's thumping. It's the same thing with David. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with David. It's just at the higher weight classes up between light heavy, it ain't nobody really there. It ain't nobody at cruiserweight. Like the names carry, so the dance partners aren't there. So he's in a tricky spot to where he either got to stay at 60, he got to stay at 75 and just get the best thing down or up, like in and around. So anything lower, anything higher, they got to kind of come to him. He got to soak up like 3 weight classes in one: cruiser, light heavy, and super middle. He gotta soak up all of those. That gotta be his breeding ground, like the best names out of all 3 of them divisions. And then after he go to cruiserweight, he gonna have to go to heavy, because he's not gonna have a dance partner in those divisions to keep it going. Like if he get a Bivol, yeah. If he get a Beterbiev, yeah. If he get a Jao Batai, yeah. But then at cruiserweight, who was there? At 175, who else is there?
Well, he did say he wants Zerto. When he was also asked about Obataya, he was like, yeah, I would love to make that fight someday, but Obataya is big and that dude's a beast. And that's the first time I heard the Mexican monster like talk about another fighter, like a potential fighter. Like, but I don't know about that one, bro.
But Zerto, man, he gonna obliterate Zerto. Bivol, man, Bivol domesticated Zerto. That's when I knew. I was like, oh man, you just been weight bullying. Like Zerto, you just been up here weight bullying. Bivol put hands and feet all on that man. Yeah, I think if Bivol would have stepped on the gas, he could have stopped that dude. He showed mercy. Like Bivol totally exposed Zerto. I was like, why they keep talking about Zerto? Because he's another one of them guys that was over there at Golden Boy, and Oscar like had the reins on him, and he finally let the reins come up off of him. He got beat down, and now he jumped up, so now he's bigger, but I don't see nothing special in Zerto, man. I was able to beat the shit out of Zerto.
So here's my question. So here's my question. Does David Benavidez, if he jumps up there, does he not fight Zerto and fights Obataya?
No, he gonna go through Zerto, and then the demand gonna be there. He gonna have to fight Jao Batai, and that's a very dangerous fight. That's a very dangerous fight because y'all can crack. That dude can crack.
I do not see him beating Obataya, bro.
I don't either. I'm quite like that's why I think this is a test. This is a test on Saturday.
Nah,
we gotta look if your power, because your power gonna have to translate. It's gonna have to, man. You talking about some? It's gonna have to translate, man. You talking about them dudes that really should be up at heavyweight, but they actually fit. That's the one that said cruiserweight.
Kovalev and Beterbiev could crack. You feel what I'm saying? Them dudes had stones in their hands. Yes, they stopped this dude, but Benavidez doesn't have that stone power like them dudes have. You feel what I'm saying? And you could attribute the stoppage at least. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not gonna take away from their skill. I'm gonna say at least 20% of his conditioning led to the stoppages.
Yeah, he got a gas tank. It's the gas tank, his speed, and his accumulation.
Yeah,
But you can't. He ain't got that one or two. He can catch you. I guess if he will overwhelm you in the second half of a fight, you exhausted. Yeah, he can finally hit you one time and boom. But like, it's not that for him. I think it's like it's death by 1,000 punches. It's the same shit that Subriel Matias do to people.
yeah,
Where it's like everything hurts after a while. It's like that, and when you finally go out, you just exhausted. It's just like, damn.
Definitely. It's like, you know what? I'm done with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of going back down to the low weight class and talking about Bam, there was a point I believe that you made, and I'm trying to remember it. It had something to do with Bam's weight, and my whole thing is, this is what it was. When you was talking about Bam doesn't get the he should be the person that's there, according to the Mexican face of boxing and everything. And I'm saying it like this. This was Bam gets this win on this card and it's impressive. He's the Mexican face of boxing. I think they're going to promote it like that. Yes, David Benavidez is going to be in that race if David Benavidez should win and win impressively, but this will be a dog race that I don't think Mexican fans would be, it would split them or anything else or anything weird like that. It's actually good for the Mexican boxing fan to have two dudes that are vibing right there for the Mexican face of boxing. And I think this card right here defines who actually gets it.
It's gonna be a good argument. It's gonna depend on how he do it. It's gonna be on how he walk away, because you gotta think, and people be thinking this is a silly point, but look at Eubanks the other day. He was pregnant.
Yeah.
His baby, like they saying Bam, he wasn't at that open workout because his lady was actually going into labor, but he was pregnant during this camp. Like, so he really just had a baby. We're gonna see if that affect him, but it do affect people. I'm trying to tell you, it do affect these boxers, man. I've been paying attention to that shit. That shit, like when a dude got a lady that's pregnant, he's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And when they fight,
for no reason.
Huh?
I was saying that at times she be in the bed taking a nap. He like, why am I so sleepy?
Yeah, I'm sleepy. Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm sleepy. I'm cranky. Like just like a man with menopause. Like you get menopause. That shit. When you got one, you got a lady like that. Y'all are connected like that. Like it's scientifically proven, man. So she dropped. So it might not. It's been, he might have that feeling where it might be a little bit over, but like. He went through camp like that. He been going through that for 9 months. So we'll see how it impacts his performance. But if he do what he normally do, he might taste the canvas because he's a risk taker. And that's why I don't be putting much into nobody getting dropped. I don't like it. I mean, because like the great ones, they take risks. That's what separates you from the next man. Like that's what make Abdullah. And that's why I think he's going to be more on the verge of greatness, because he's going to take a risk. He's not going to sit there and play it safe, safety first. I'm done with the safety first fighter. Yes, protect yourself at all times. Yes, be smart. But if you don't take risks, you're not going to be the star. Like you're not, because people know that you're going to, oh man, I'm not going to put myself in no kind of position. Well, you're not going to put yourself in no kind of position to actually make a real huge statement. So Bam is going to risk it. Bam will turn up on you. Mason will turn up on you. Mason. We didn't talk about that. I think that's the only one we really didn't talk about.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to lead into.
Yeah, so I think Noakes, Mason got to be careful. He got to protect himself. That dude Noakes, and I'm particular about that. I hate these fighters who hit in the top and the back of the head. Like Mason gotta watch out for this dude. He will hit him in the back and the top of the head. You know, I hope Mason go in there and take his time. You know what I'm saying? Have a couple fill out rounds, and once he figure the dude out, go ahead and capitalize and get him up out of there. Don't spend a whole lot of time letting this dude clinch and then hit you up on the break and then hit you in the back and the side of the head, because he do got enough power to where he gonna rattle some shit if he connect right. Dude, his right hand, he loved the right hand. His jab, he's not really like the best jab in the world, but he will use it to disguise the right hand or to come back with the right hand. But that's really it. Like, he just can't afford to get hit, battered with that right hand. Almost like if you let Carlos Adames just bang you with that right hand, it's a wrap. But if Abdullah Mason fight behind his jab, he use that, he go to the body. Hopefully, you know, he has a good cut, because I seen him with that sauna suit on. Last week I seen him with that sauna suit on. So I hope he's all right as far as weight and all that. And he come out lathered up. Don't come out there. I hope he don't come out there dry. He gotta get warmed up in the locker room. Don't come out there cold. Because I've seen a guy, like the guy Trayvon Sniper Marshall, he was dangerous. He came out there against Gabriel Maestre, got caught cold, got caught on the ropes. It was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You can't get caught cold, and that's what I'm worried about. Because Mason I think he's a 40 now, man. I think this is just he going through the motion to get that belt, and it's off the 40.
Yeah.
That's why I think they keep connecting them to Keyshawn now. Like, all these Keyshawn questions coming up. I'm like, why now? But that's my thoughts, man. I think if Abdullah stay defensively sound, he be patient, he fight behind the jab. He don't do nothing uncharacteristic trying to show off, because I think he did a flip or some shit the other day, and I'm just like, man, like, I know you want to entertain, man, but like, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to, man. We'll go chasing the waterfalls out here.
Yeah, for sure. But me, where I'm at with it, it's Sam Noakes does have areas where he can pose danger. But he also has these areas where, for a fighter, and this is what's also going to be tested for me, is Sam Noakes has this like kind of ability to test a person's ring IQ, because the basic fundamentals are going to come, and then you're going to figure out, okay, it's a 1-1, boom, it's a 1-1-2, or it's a 1-2, or it's a combination, but every time he throws, he's throwing that right hand. With every punch selection he's throwing, it's ending with that right hand. So if the guys with the lower IQs, it's just going to keep connecting on them somewhere. And then this is going to be the thing that it starts to fuck with them. Like, let me do this, and oh yeah, but that right hand, boom, it caught me again. Damn, how did it catch me? You feel what I'm saying? That's gonna be one of the things. It's gonna be working your defense, be patient, and display a good ring IQ. Everything else, I know you got that. Those are the key areas that dictate to me how you clean this dude's clock and get him up out of there, or you get a masterclass unanimous decision. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm more of like, I like Sam Noakes' style for Abdullah Mason for this belt. Because if Abdullah's slipping in any area, Sam Noakes is probably gonna walk away with that belt. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, the fight that also could be an upset in my mind. I'm like, yeah, the yard and what's the name fight, but sneaky Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes, because I was always like, well, for a minute, once I started, I just looked at the name on the panel and I was like, who the fuck is this Sam Noakes dude? Then I clicked on the name, oh, and then I went to YouTube to try see some videos on the fighting style, and I'm like, this is one of them fucking rugged ass UK dudes that you don't really want to run into in the back alley, because he one of the dude that you can beat him up all day, but he just not gonna go down and he gonna stay swinging at you to the point either you get tired of beating him up, or he or his will to stay in the fight is gonna make gonna make you break. So
yeah, you can't play around. He can't play around with this dude.
Yeah, no cute shit, because
like that's why I said that doing that backflip and shit, like trying to entertain. And he keeps saying I'm gonna have fun. Like, yeah, have fun, but like going there, like meaning business, because this dude, he will try to bludgeon you with that motherfucking right hand, and he fight dirty. Like this dude be fighting dirty.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, stylistically for this fight, I think this is whoever matched this one up for Abdullah, you putting them through the ringer for this one. You gonna say, yeah, if you want to belt at 35, we gonna give you a tough enough opponent. You should be able to beat him. But if you want to get cute in there at any time, bro, he gonna make you pay for it. So I like the matchup. I like this matchup a lot. This is one of my favorite fights, because this is the type of step up that for me I kind of wanted to see, and I didn't want to see it with the guy that was much shorter than Abdullah. You feel what I'm saying? Height, body size, and everything. You two dudes are probably the two biggest 135 pounders in that division right now. You feel me? So yeah, I like that matchup. A brawler versus, in this case, I call Sam Noakes a brawler versus the boxer, because he will be dirty. He will, punch you on your hip. He will, throw some elbows. He will punch you in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that dirty UK style that some of them people like over there. And they praise it. They're like, yeah, he's such a dirty fighter. Watch out for Sam Noakes. He's just a real, you know what I'm saying?
He's a ringer.
Yeah, exactly. So, end, man, it was, definitely, I think we blessed this whole card. We didn't miss a fight, did we?
Yep. I think the only point people really don't know about, I seen a guy Puma fight, but it's one of them things where if you don't know them guys to the lower weight classes, you ain't gonna really know. I mean, I think people they pick against Bam because it's always gonna be a spot on the other side of Bam, and a lot of people are just really picking with their heart, but it ain't really anything other than his conditioning or how he was going through this camp, but Bam done faced all the competition. Now I think it's that guy Nakatani. I think it's Nakatani in this Inouye talks. They already linking him up to Inouye, and he said, before it's all said and done, he want to see Inouye. So I'm like, I think that's the biggest fight for the little people, the little guys. That's a blockbuster fight. I mean, I think Bam, he need to go ahead. If you really want to become the face of Mexican boxing, you need to go ahead and move up and wait.
Yeah, take over like a good solid division where he can like put in a good run that got some good names for Undisputed. You feel what I'm saying? Because after this unification, my next question was going to be, does he stay around here and try to have a fast turnover for 26 to get the other two belts, and then be out of there before the end of 2026?
Yeah, definitely.
You think
at one point in time, Bam was fighting so much. Just like I said, man, I don't want I don't want my fighter fighting that much. That's when he got his jaw broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you fight too much. Like Bam was giving just the year before last, he fought like 5 times. Like he was still fighting 5 times a year. Like I'm talking about some top dog. Carlos Quadras and all them guys, like them vets down there. But he cleaned it out. It ain't much for him to do. I think they want to set him up. He getting ready to get to the point to where it's just gonna be big names and and them matching it up like to where it's like, yeah, we might not be in the same division, but we gonna work something out. He's getting ready to get to that point to where it's gonna be big names. It's gonna be names and money for him.
So let me ask you this then. Just looking at the rankings, the IBF and the WBC are vacant at 118. I don't remember hearing any fights being made, but he's got Fernand. No, that's who he's fighting. All right, he's got 2. That'll be the 3rd. All right, so then it'll just be Wilfredo Garcia. He makes the Wilfredo Garcia fight. He wins that undisputed. He could be out of there. He could be out of there. Be, pretty with enough time to probably get one fight in at whatever weight class he gonna go to.
But with him being Eddie's guy, that's Eddie's top dog. They done got out of that thing where they was pairing him in Boots. So that wasn't gonna work for that long because Bam is a star. Like Bam is a star in his own right. So Eddie, and with him being with the Turk, he'll probably go ahead and get that undisputed. But like the Turk gonna match him up with somebody. we probably gonna get that Inoue fight or that at least that Nakatani fight sometime soon, man. I mean, because I don't even know how long Inoue. I don't even know how long.
This can't be Rachel Donaire's husband, no. Nito Donaire, intern champ at 118.
Yeah, he's still fighting.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know why, man, but
wow.
But yeah, man, I think we did it. We did justice by this, man. I think it was a good round robin on the card to round it out, man. All the talking pretty much done. I probably won't do nothing else until after I see the weigh-ins, man. I'm all talked out, really. I'm ready to see this shit now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully nobody do nothing dumb. Hopefully the boxing gods won't forsake us. Right now it's all systems go. Positive vibes to all these fighters, man. I make my little fun and I have my little picks, and I know I say Devin going to sleep, but I don't want nobody to get seriously hurt. I want everybody to make it. I want to see some good fights. I'm still gonna respect Devin once he wake up. And may the best man win still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got something that you've been hiding. You got something up your sleeve. Now is the time to pull it out.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man, what's your final thoughts, bro?
Man, my final thoughts, man. This is the type of card that, as a boxing fan, you'd love to cook on, love to join the panel and just talk about, because it's just an exciting card. You know what I'm saying? These are all classic matchups. Some pose more threat of an upset than others. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna say not every fight is a 100% foregone conclusion, because you just don't know it's boxing. But there are a couple of fights where you can just go ahead and drop your strong opinion about it, and then say, you know what, it's still up to the boxing gods to actually see what unfolds. But based on the landscape, and I done went to a gypsy who did a tarot reading. I went to an African that had some juju beads and chicken bones. I done went to everybody, and right now it ain't looking good for Devin Haney. You was the guy on top and underdog in this fight. How the fuck did that happen? And for dudes who are just they're just desperate out here to say that skills pays the bills. Who has more money? And I'm like, that shit does not matter. In this fight, none of that matters. At the end of the day, man, this is just one of those cards that it's just great to be alive and witness this. So that's where I ended off, man. A great show. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Salute to Cookie Monster. Salute to all the day ones of Bodywork Boxing. And on to the next one, bro.
All right, man. Salute, bro. Enjoy your evening, man.
You too.
All right, homie.
Peace, brothers.
All right, Calico. Enjoy your evening, man. Yeah, man. I think we had a good cook, man. I think we did justice by everybody, man. We try to touch on everybody. And I had my little jokes, man. I hope Devin, I don't really want to see Devin get splattered. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This is a time where the rubber meets the road. I had my fun. I think it's a long time coming. I think Devin finally met his match. You know, David Benavidez, I don't pick against him. You know what I'm saying? He is a Mexican monster. Bam, he's a star already. I call him the mechanic in my boxes to watch, man. He can get the job done in so many different ways. The man studied Lomachenko, took a lot of things that Lomachenko did, made it his own. He's smoother with more power, more leverage, higher IQ. The quicker he get up around 122, 126, man, I mean, I'm telling you, he's going to be talked about for ages. You know, I think they're doing a great job between him, Brian Norman, and this young man right here, Abdullah Mason, with David Benavidez. We got our stars. You know what I'm saying? We got a batch of, you know, a breath of fresh air. These guys, they are challenging themselves. They taking on the test. They speak and say the thing. They conduct themselves. They about business. They're not all about that, the nonsense and the shenanigans, you know what I'm saying, outside the ring. They focused. They're not too flashy, you know, and we're going to be talking about these guys for years to come. So hopefully everybody make weight. Hopefully, you know, there's no instances where we get any kind of bad news. I'm sending out positive vibes to all these guys. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to Bam. Hopefully his lady went through what she went through, and you know what I'm saying, he got a brand new bundle of joy. You know, but anyways, man, I hope you got something from this live. We talk boxing straight up. We don't all agree. We know how to disagree. It don't get ugly. We ain't got to curse each other out. You can disagree with me on everything that I say, and we're going to talk about it the right way. That's how we do it here at Bodywork. You know what I'm saying? This is the fruits and veggies, not dead Reggie. This is fact-based content, not opinion-based, even though we have ours. You know, silence is consent is the name of the channel, meaning that all it takes for evil to prevail is for grown men and women to remain silent. So we speak to those things. You know, we talk to those things. You know, we give voice and shed light on the things that people might not know, might not care about. We try to do right by all these boxes, give everybody a fair shake. Hopefully you can put something in your rucksack and march on with it. You know, feel free to jump on my panel. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to email me at bodyworkboxing247@gmail. If you have a topic, if you want to do a show, if you want to co-host, if you want to just rock out, you know what I'm saying, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Let's chop it up. Anyways, thanks for choosing Bodywork Boxing. But we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to